short this week, but it's not about me. This is a system that if you let it trade for you, and I don't get in its way, you'll see the full profit potential of these powerful automated bots that run on NinjaTrader 8. Uh, we call the system the AI Auto Trader because it does leverage some artificial intelligence. And in commemoration of International Women's Day on March 8th, I want to talk about very briefly one of my favorite clients, Marcia. Marcia came to us as a complete newbie at trading, had no clue what a futures contract or a prop account was. Her only experience in the trading realm was she had bought some bots that traded the Forex pairs. The vendor delivered her the bots and never answered her calls or provided her any type of support that she so desperately needed. So when she came to us, she had a bit of a bad taste in her mouth, and but she was extremely ambitious and very hungry. She wanted to succeed in a big way. And in the video testimonial, she credits not only the AI Auto Trader, but also our team here for providing her with not only the tool, the AI Auto Trader, but also the support that significantly shortened her learning curve on the NinjaTrader 8 platform, on how to trade prop accounts, on how to use her trade copier, on how to best leverage the bots to get consistent gains. She's shortened the learning curve significantly. Within the first 60 days, had 15 funded accounts through Apex. I kid you not. Within the first 60 days of trading, which is just absolutely incredible. I've talked to traders that had years of experience. In fact, myself, that the first 60 days, there's no way in this world on God's green earth that I could have passed 15 of those challenges. It's just really an awesome testimonial of the power of these automated bots and how they can significantly shorten the learning curve and save you a lot of time, frustration, and money. I call it the School of Hard Knocks. Ever been to that school? I've got a master's degree. The School of Hard Knocks. If you wanted to see Marcia's full testimonial, it is posted on our YouTube channel. Let me get the CFTC out of the way. This broadcast is really just for demonstration and educational purposes only. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, nor am I offering you any type of trading advice here today. We're just showcasing and highlighting one of our products here at Right Line Trading. There is a significant amount of risk when trading the financial markets, and if you're not familiar with those risks, we do highly recommend consulting with a licensed financial advisor. I'll tell you, International Women's Day. I'll tell you, it's really, not only are we honoring the trailblazers and the leaders of our community who are women, but also the everyday women whose courage, determination, and values shape our communities. And our hats are off, and we owe you a huge debt of gratitude. I don't know how my wife does it. You know, I really didn't have a true respect for a mother until I saw my wife. But, you know, I didn't realize the mess that I put my mother through when I was younger. But when I experienced watching my wife take care of the kids and care for our kids, my respect grew exponentially. Anyway, our mission here at Right Line Trading, to all the women, happy International Women's Day. God bless you. We love you. Our vision here at Right Line Trading is to develop innovative trading strategies that provide our members with an edge. We've got beautiful forward-looking indicators that put on a chart, provides you and our members with extremely powerful signals for entries and exits. We've also journeyed into the automation realm, where with our new ownership, Mark Miller, his area of expertise is robotics and automation. So we're leveraging some very powerful indicators that are multi-time frame indicators that have been built based on mathematical modeling. And now we leverage that indicator suite to automate our entries. We've been around, this is our 14th year in existence. And along the way, we've built a beautiful community of traders of all skill levels. A little bit of an introduction, and I'm not going to put you to sleep either. But very briefly, the team here at Rightline, it's not just me. And I think that's the main takeaway. I'm part of a very experienced, educated team of professionals. And we're all committed to provide you with quality products that will give you an edge in trading these financial markets. First, we have 3 professional traders. Well, now we actually have 2 because Craig is on a leave of absence. But we have 2 very profitable equity streams here at Rightline Trading. We have futures and we have options. Our professional traders, Craig Emery trades futures. David Kushner is our prop trading extraordinaire. He's been trading prop accounts for several years now with amazing consistency. He has the discipline and patience that's necessary to be a successful trader. Then we have our options trader, Mr. David Wise. What can I say about David? He stormed onto the scene here about 5 years ago now, 4 or 5 years ago. And he called up on the phone one day. I remember like it was yesterday, and he asked me a few questions about the system that trades on Thinkorswim. And he purchased the system, and the 2 of us started communicating on a daily basis through Skype. And he was sending me his trades through Skype, and I was one after another, winner after winner after winner. After a few months, I was floored, blown away by his trading. And the rest is history. He's been a very valuable member of our team. He's a leader in the Reddit community. He consistently wins very close to 89% of his trades trading options. Behind the desks here at Rightline Trading, we have Mr. Brock Miller. He's our college student getting a degree in computer science. We have our developers, Mr. Sergio Luque Rodriguez has a master's degree in computer science. We have Mr. Mark Miller is the owner of Rightline Trading, has his MBA from Cal State. What I respect so much about Mark is that he's a military vet. He served in the U.S. Navy as a sniper, actually. And he brings those core military values of honesty, transparency, integrity to everything that we do here at Rightline Trading. He's a breath of fresh air. He's a ton of fun to hang out with. And the team is led by Mr. Mark Miller. A little bit about the voice that you hear behind the screen here. My name's Rory Powers. I reside in South Florida. I attended Syracuse University. I live right down by the Florida Keys, just south of Miami. I call it the suburbs of Miami. Other than trading the financial markets, my other passion is saltwater fishing and my family. I had to put these pictures up today. Usually I show the fish that I caught because I am an avid saltwater fisherman, but we just celebrated the month of March. All of the 3 most important women in my life, and God bless my mom and grandma that they passed on, but now the 3 most important women in my life are my wife and my 2 kids, and they all celebrate a birthday in March. And we just celebrated my little girl's 3-year birthday party and 7-year birthday party, and we had just an absolutely beautiful party for the kids. We must have had 30 or 40 kids that either they have swimming lessons or gymnastics school, or they attend school with the kids, and we all had a great time celebrating their party. And I'll tell you, my wife and kids has really been a godsend. I can't tell you how blessed I am for God bringing such a beautiful woman into my life. But enough about me. Let's talk about the AI auto trader. The main benefits of trading the AI auto trader, and I'm speaking to myself when I say this, you know, I've got to wave the white flag of surrender. If my trading journey has been filled with potholes and speed bumps and left to my own devices, I could blow out an account quicker than you know what. And I've got 99 different ways that I could do it. Um, so that discretionary trading, I've proven to myself that I just can't do it on my own. It's almost the very definition of insanity to try to continue to do the same exact thing time and time again and expect different results. It's crazy. And this is me. This is actually a cartoon character of me trying to trade and channel out the emotions of risking my own money or risking uh, money in a fast moving, news driven market, um, and just in complete turmoil and stress. With this automation, if you can eliminate and leave it alone, if I can eliminate it at my human emotions and leave it alone, um, it really eliminates all of that stress and human error. A quick story about this slide. This beautiful woman um, has watched her trading account dwindle over the past several months to almost nothing. And she's absolutely convinced that there's a conspiracy. There has to be. There's no way possible that she could take so many losing days without winning. It just seems like it's a setup and the fix is on. You know, you remember the movie The Sting. You know, it's a big setup, a con game. Well, she thinks that the trading game is a con game, and she's ready to blow her cool, her stack. She's resorted to the old sledgehammer. Ever done that, Sally? She pulled out the sledgehammer out of her bottom drawer, and she's ready to smash that computer screen to smithereens. Because she thinks, you know, the market makers and the broker and the prop firm, they're all in on it, and they just want to take her money. And that is the genesis of the AI auto trader, that lack of consistency that we as traders all share. And I say all, it's probably 98% of us. There are the few, you know, that have been blessed and are naturals. You know, they're naturals. They were born, you know, and I say born into because it is genetics, believe it or not. I was watching an investors summit, and there was a gentleman there by the name of Chris Vermeulen, and he had done a study based on human personality traits and whether or not they lend well to being a good disciplined trader. What he found through the course of his study that we as humans share about 10 core personality traits, and it turns out that out of those 10, maybe one or two of them lends well to being a good disciplined patient trader, someone that can channel out all of their emotions and the outside static of life and channel into their charts and make decisions that are solely, only based on the technicals, right? Man, I wish I had it, but I don't. Um, so only very few of us have been blessed with those personality traits that do lend well to being a good disciplined trader. And that's the main reason why most of us lack consistency, is because we trade with emotion. We use emotional based decisions instead of decisions that are based on data or the technical aspect of the indicator analysis. Sure, we bought indicators that just don't work. They lack price or a proven trading methodology, but we all know where it leads, and that's to blowing out our trading account. It's not a good feeling. So we've narrowed it down to two things that we believe are going to create trading success. Number one, since we've proven to ourselves that we're just not that great at being a disciplined trader. We may have moments of glory where we have a good week or 2 weeks or maybe even a month. But what happens is in the long run, we give it back and we wind up blowing our account again. So ideally, in order to be successful, we would like to have a system that can do it automatically with no emotion. Not just any system, but number one is we need the proper tool set. The proper tool set. And I say that almost laughing because in the past, we've even here at Right Line Trading and a lot of our associates in this financial industry have developed bots in the past that just didn't work. The main reason why they don't work, because the market conditions are ever changing. It's a very news-driven market. With the release of an economic news report, we saw it today with the jobs report coming out. The market can go from being choppy and ranging to being in a complete sell-off or a shooting for the sky in a beautiful trending market up. So ideally, we need this proper tool set that can dynamically adjust and trade the most lucrative or the best strategy that fits the current trading environment, right? One that's going to perform well. I refer to it as finding the ebb and flow of today's market, right? A lot of vendors I've learned from watching, webinars, is a lot of vendors have portfolios of bots that some of them do well in certain market conditions, but they all don't do consistently well in all market conditions. So stick around because we came up with a solution to that. We also have a beautiful diversity of strategies, not only of instruments that we trade, but bar types and timeframes that we trade them on. But we've developed something called our best bots that will pivot to only the most profitable bot and allow you to monetize the bot that's performing the best in today's market, in the market that's taking place in the current present time. Okay, so stick around. I think we've got a tool set here that will exceed your expectations. So not to be repetitive, but the benefits from using AI is we're not going to make human errors. We're going to allow this system to make black and white decisions that never break the rules. We have etched in stone rules. We're going to get a trigger that's based on conditions that must be met. The trades are going to be managed based on the average true range of the market. And if you're a prop trader, stick around because we've developed customized templates with the sole purpose of getting you through the evaluation very quickly. And once you obtain the funding or the PA account, we have other strategies that will help sustain those funded accounts, build it, grow it, and get you to the payout phase. That's our number one goal with these bots. In this portion, I just want to take 2 minutes just to show you. I know my slide went out, but I just want to pull up my control center. Excuse me for just a minute. And I've got a great video that I'm going to show you in just a moment. Let's go to just as an example, we're going to use the leapfrog. In the strategy parameters, and I'm not going to go really deep into this. If you decide to come aboard, we have some masterclass modules that will go line by line on what everything is. The important thing to take away from it is the bots are only going to trade during the times that perform the best. And we could split the trading session up and black out the hours that just don't perform well. The system has a machine learning algorithm that will learn which trigger performs the best in which trading environment. We have built into the strategy parameters a session daily loss limit and a daily profit target. So let's say your risk tolerance and everybody's is different based on your account size and what your trading goals are. Let's say that you're willing to risk $250 a day, and your goal is to make $500 a day. Once these values are reached, the system will cease and stop trading. If you want them to stop trading as soon as those values are reached, we check this box and it closes the trade as soon as you hit that profit or loss limit. We'll instantly close the trade. We also have what we call a trailing threshold, which is very similar to what the prop firms do. If with the trailing threshold enabled, if I make $400 in profits, I can only give back $250 of those 400 before the system stops trading. So in that scenario, once I'm at plus 150 and I've given back 250, it's going to stop and it's going to practice capital preservation. We have 4 very powerful triggers that each perform well for different market conditions, A, B, C, and D. And we have a great master class on each one of these triggers. We've coded directly in, we've learned through experience that not only is it important how the trades are triggered, but equally, if not more so important, is how we manage the trades once we're in them. So what we did, Sergio hard-coded, that's our software developer, and our team, we did a collaboration with really a world-renowned AI lab out in California. However, they integrated right into the coding of our strategy the ATM. So these aren't strategies that get pinned to your chart. These are built under the control center. And the video that I'm going to be showing you, the way it works is we can have an initial stop, let's say of 50 ticks, just to keep the numbers round. And we can have a profit goal of 100. This is trading one contract. Everything in these strategies is fully adjustable. On the signal D, we can make it as conservative or aggressive as we see fit. We dictate the rules or conditions of our entries, okay? And there's a reason why we do that. Now, out of the box, they're delivered to you fully optimized by our team of professionals. Back to the trade management. We have a standard trailing stop that we can implement. What we found that works a little better is what I personally like is taking 2 legs on a 1 contract strategy with a 100 tick profit target. If the trade, let's say, goes 50 ticks, we can go to break even plus 10, and our stop will fly up and lock in 10 ticks of profit and eliminate all the risk that's on the trade. Then we have our next leg. Remember, our stop is now at plus 10. We use what we call our profit window. Let's say our profit window's at 25. What that means is once price is 25 ticks away from my profit target, which in this case would be plus 75, my stop is going to fly up to 25 ticks behind price, or plus 50. Then it's going to do something very unique. Very unique. It's going to do what we call the leapfrog. The leapfrog. And that's the video that I've just set up. In today's trading session, because we trade the bots every day live on YouTube, in today's session, I'm going to bring over a trade that's going to show you the power of this leapfrog. I'm going to put it in full screen mode. Now, just to set it up a little bit, the trade that I'm highlighting is over here on the right. Now, this is a bot that's using a candle that's a very big candle. What you're looking at on the chart is a 20 Unirenko, which means every candle in the direction of the trend, it's trading on the NASDAQ, is 20 ticks. A 20 Unirenko is calculated in ticks. It's not a time-based bar. It's calculated in ticks. The more volatile the market, the more candles. All right. So let me set up the trade. You're going to see this trade. You see now it's in the trade with the initial stop and the profit target. As the trade starts to mature, you're going to see the trade management strategy that I've just described come to life. You're going to see it just went to break even plus or minus, and now all the risk is off on this trade. I cannot take a losing trade now. So now you'll see the trade is going to start maturing to the upside. And what happens is once it gets in my profit window, my stop is going to jump up again and start doing what we call the leapfrog. And when it starts doing the leapfrog, you're going to see both my stop and the profit target start leaping forward up into the direction of the trade, locking in more and more profits with the stop jumping up. And at the same time, it's allowing the trade to run because my profit target is also jumping. Now it's coming right into resistance here. Price blows right to resistance. You'll see it in a minute. And now it starts leapfrogging. And you could see this trade starts maturing, doing 25 tick leaps straight up. Right now, that trade is a $1,200 trade. And it stops out. But if you look at this trade, each new candle is 20 ticks. Let me tell you something. It was a monster trade with very little risk, 2xing or 3xing on the risk to reward ratio. And that's what kills me as a trader. If you're anything like me, what I do is I cut my winners short. I'm the worst at it. I did it this week, terribly. Exiting trades for no good reason because I'm looking at my P&L. I'm looking at my P&L and I cut the winners short. But this system, if you don't do that like I do, that leapfrog, what it does is it really evens out the risk to reward ratio and it slants it in our favor. You see, by me cutting my winners short, what happens is I'll take a few winners or I'll have 2 or 3 winning days and then I'll get a losing day and it'll wipe out my 2 or 3 winning days. And that's what kills me. Where had I let those trades run with using that leapfrog, it would have been the opposite. My winning days would have been much bigger than my losing days, right? I wouldn't have to have a 80% win rate. If I had a higher than a 50% win rate, since my winners were larger than my losers, I would have an equity curve that was absolutely beautiful. And that's so important, is to let our winners run. So the special offer, before we get to the best bots, is going to include what we call our ChatGPT trading analyst, which we're still developing. The software developers never get a day off. They're always improving and optimizing their system and making bigger and better improvements to the current code. And that's exactly what we're doing with this ChatGPT integration. Right now, it's a really powerful integration. It allows you to export right out of NinjaTrader your trade performance. And you can import your trade performance into this ChatGPT trading analyst, and it'll tell you on a look back of, you could look back a week, a month, a year, it's up to you. And it'll tell you which bots are your most profitable bots, when they make the most money, which entry trigger is the most profitable trigger, what time of the day is the best time to trade it. It'll do a complete analysis in seconds and provide you with that very important, crucial data. And it's a great tool to have. It's playing right into the power of ChatGPT and AI. The second integration that we're going to be including in today's special offer is what we call our best bots. Our best bots are really incredible. I kind of alluded to how they work earlier, and our NQ Best Bot has turned into our most profitable bot now. The way it works is we have a streamlined, slimmed down portfolio. We have maybe 5 NQ bots and 5 ES bots. And 2 of them are our best bots. One is the NQ Best Bot, one is the ES Best Bot. And what they do is they will scan all, the NQ Best Bot will scan all of the NASDAQ bots that are running on in my portfolio. And it's going to duplicate the trades of only the bot that's performing the best right now, the shortest look back possible, okay? Because what we've learned is that these bots perform well in certain market conditions. When the bot finds the ebb and flow of the market, you'll see it. It'll hit winner after winner after winner. We watched it today with the ES Scalper. We have a bot called the ES Scalper on the 8U, and it was getting the retracement and the pull back and go, the pull back and go, the pull back and go, and it was picture perfect, one after the other. And the best bot will latch onto that. It'll sense, hey, this bot's performing very well. Let me take those trades. Throughout the course of the trading day, it may change 2 or 3 times, but it's the fastest way that we've learned to get you into the trades with the highest likelihood of success, okay? One of our most common questions and drawbacks in the past was, how do I pick which bot to trade? Well, all of that is gone. These best bots eliminate all of the guesswork, zero guesswork. It's no longer a horse race where I've got to pick my horse. This system does it automatically. They're all data-based decisions that it makes. It looks at the environment, the trading environment, the performance, and it will automate the best bot on your live or prop account if that's what you choose to do. So those best bots are certainly part of the special offer that we're going to be making today. So we have a streamlined portfolio. It's a lean, mean fighting machine, okay? Our biggest enemy with these bots, what we've learned, is trying to run too many. Our enemy is latency and lag. We've, brought to the forefront we call it our lagometer, and we spend a lot of time with our new clients to make sure you're not getting latency and lag. It's our biggest enemy, trading these bots. We're trading extremely liquid instruments. We're not trading soybeans. Nothing wrong with trading soybeans, but we're trading the index equities. We're trading the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, gold, when it's volatile, crude oil. So there's a very small bid-ask spread. But we've got to get in. We've got to get our fills very crisp with little lag and low latency. I like to refer to it as high speed and low drag. High speed, low drag. That's how we want these bots to run. Okay, let's talk about the best performers. What a turnaround. This NQ retirement plan on the 20 Unarenko. Incredible turnaround. We ran it for years on a 2-minute data series. We started testing it on a 20 Unarenko, and this bot is completely different now. It's a great bot. It's called the NQ retirement plan, and it runs on a 20 Unarenko. This year, trading just one contract after commissions. I'll get to your question in just a minute, Mitchell. This year, trading one contract, and it's important to know, this is not a back test or a strategy analyzer or anything like that. These are trades that were actually executed. We forward test all of these bots and run them on a live market. And those are the results we're looking at now. Commissions have been deducted, and they traded one contract, one mini, not a micro, a mini. Okay. So the retirement plan, the month of, the 2026 YTD, $11,000. The ES Moneymaker, the ES on the 30 range has been one of our most consistent bots. I can go way back for a year and show you members of our community, Robert, Austin, and countless others that have gotten payouts and made huge money trading the ES 30 range bot. I kid you not. This year, it's up over $10,000. We've got many members that are trading this on a live account. They don't talk much in Discord. Some people just don't like Discord, I've learned. And, that's fine. But when I talk to them one-on-one, they share it with me and they tell me, this is what they do. One of our members, Austin, who trades the Moneymaker, a slightly variation that he shared with our community, has had similar results of what I'm showing here. He said about a dozen funded accounts that are all in payout mode by trading the Moneymaker. The ES Scalper, man, I love this bot. I love this bot. Man, we found something on this ES Scalper. I'll show you what it is. Oop, let me close this. This ES Scalper has an entry. Let me tell you something. What it involves, this was the ES Scalper in today's chart. What it involves is up to $1,800 trading one contract. When these signals come in, they are so powerful, you have no idea. This is an 8 Unarenko on the E-mini, okay? What we're looking at here is this cross is a confluence indicator. What I mean by confluence is it's looking at 3 or 4 different things. And when all of them align perfectly, it gives you the cross. And that's our software telling you, hey, risk right now is at its lowest. If you're going to take a trade, now's the time. This is the best chance you got at making some money. Okay. And what is it looking at? Well, it's looking at market structure. We've gotten our 1550 cross. My moving averages are both green and pointed up. We're trying to follow, our purview is to follow in the trend that institutional money is creating, which has become a catchphrase. Well, how do you do it? Okay, this is how we do it. We look for our moving averages to line up just like they are here. We have these big blue candles. What are these big blue candles? Those are our high volume candles. What a magnificent signal this is. This is another way that we establish institutions are influencing or manipulating the price of the S&P. There's a 40% increase in this candle, this blue candle, than there was in this previous candle of buyers that have jumped into the market. What happens to my momentum? My Laguerre oscillator, my RSI line, my relative strength line in my oscillator is pinned to the top. Okay. All of those things, I have a clearance to my VWAP. My VWAP is the yellow line. We really don't want to trade directly into it. So we measure the distance. If we could hit our first profit target before the VWAP, it's a go. We'll let it hit the first profit target and let it take its chances breaking through. But what we found all week this week, I'm embarrassed to show the trades live because I cut every winner short. But these trades are crushing it. They're absolutely crushing it. I kid you not. When you see these crosses come out and we have that confluence of all of those parameters that I've just mentioned, the likelihood of getting a winning trade is very high. Even a perfect setup, you could take a loser, but our chances go way up. Mitch wants to take a look at one that has the opposite of oversold. And we had, man, Mitch, we had some really beautiful ones this week. At 8:30 this morning, when that jobs report came out, look what happens when these crosses come in. These crosses come in. My 15 is below my 50. I get a high volume bar, and a yellow is a bearish high volume bar, and the crosses come in short. And let me tell you something, this move, it doesn't look that big, but trust me, if you had one contract in on it, it's about $1,000 winner. I kid you not. That's what an oversold looks like, Mitch. And we had both ways this week. We had them moving up and down. But I can't wait till next week. With this, the market is, like I said, it's a news-driven market. And we have an ongoing catalyst event right now. Let's not kid ourselves. We're in a war. We have a geopolitical event that's affecting the entire Middle East. It could affect the whole oil supply to the world. So it's in a news-driven market. This additional volatility has been providing incredible setups on the E-mini. It's trading just beautifully. So the ES scalper, crushing it, 10 grand this year. Had another standout week this week. It crushed it this week. And our NQ Best Bot. Our NQ Best Bot this year is up 10 grand after commissions. $10,000 after commissions. That's the best bot. That's the one where if you don't want to choose which one to trade and you just put it in that bot, it will choose for you. And it will take on the trades of the most profitable bot in today's trading session. Prop traders, I like to refer to this system as prop trading on steroids. Prop trading on steroids, I kid you not. Listen, prop trading gives us a unique opportunity. What I'm referring to is the ability to simultaneously trade multiple accounts that will potentially give us 5x, 10x, up to 20x on our winning trades. Now, it is a double-edged sword. It'll give you 5x, 10x, and 20x on your losing trades. But the good part about it is we're not risking our own capital, right? The bad part, and I like to look at both sides of the spectrum because, trust me, there are good and bad of everything. The good part of prop trading, we're not risking our own capital. The bad part, they've made something difficult even more difficult. They've got these rules, these rules that they put on us that make it very difficult to get into the payout mode. So we've developed bots and templates, strategies, I should say, automated strategies that are designed specifically for prop traders. Listen, before these prop traders stormed onto the scene, you had to be rich to trade. I'm not kidding you. I mean, you had to put up $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 and try to learn from attending the School of Hard Knocks with a live account on how to make out better the next time. I can't tell you how many times I've blown out my cash account and I go to bed talking to myself at night, just sick that I blew out another account. So with these prop firms, the main benefit is you can get into the game without risking your own money. The only thing you have at risk is the cost of the account. All right. So we have these bots that are called for the evaluation stage. They're called the one-day pass templates. These will get you from an evaluation account to your PA account. Your PA account is your vehicle to getting a payout. Okay. Your evaluation account is your vehicle to get you into a PA account. So you've got two legs that you have to pass. Number one is we got to go from an eval to a funded account. Okay. And our team, especially myself, is going to work together with you. We're going to discuss your trading goals. We're going to get you up to speed with using a trade copier sold separately if you're interested in prop trading, and we're going to help you. We're going to hold your hand. Don't worry. Once we get you the PA accounts, then we're going to go to something that's a little more conservative and reliable, like those cross entries that I showed you, and where we can, extract a couple $100 a day with very little risk. Our one-day pass templates, just to give you an idea, I'm somebody that likes to under-promise and over-deliver. My slide says 66, cut it in half. I have the privilege of answering the phones here for Rightline. I've been answering the phones here for going on 12 years. If you've ever called the office, chances are you spoke to me. I don't want to answer the phone and talk to somebody who's unhappy or says, hey, what you told me wasn't true. So cut this number in half. 33% of your evals will find its mark. 33% will pass the evaluation and get you the funded account. 33%. Okay. Now, I always like to show my P&L from last year. And if you ever joined us on last year, if you joined us on YouTube, you saw that I was trading the PA accounts for the entire year. And I'll tell you, there was a time from January to May that we were all trading the power play together. It was a strategy called the power play, and we could do no wrong. This spot was with no heat, was blowing through the profit targets, and my equity curve in the first 5 months of the year went from 0 to 30,000 quicker than you know what. It just took off like a rocket ship. And after that, it was kind of a struggle, but we did keep the trajectory in a positive equity curve where I netted over $45,000 through 2025. Now, it was not me trading, it was the bots. I've got to tell you, there's no way on God's green earth that I could have strung together 12 months of consistency like that. I allowed the bots to do it for me. So the second most common question after which bot should we trade is, can we get payouts? The answer is yes. We have countless members of our community who have gotten payouts and members of our own team. So the special offer that we're going to make in honor, in commemoration of International Women's Day, is going to be an all-inclusive offer. What I mean by all-inclusive is everything's included. I showed you the chart templates. I always refer to the chart templates as being the discretionary component to our system. We have traders that are just great. We have members that are great traders, and given the signals, they can execute trades on their own. In addition to using the bots, by having these chart indicators and templates for your charts, it provides you the opportunity to take a discretionary trade if that's what you choose so. Okay, so all of the chart indicators and templates are included. All of the strategy templates, including the prop trading templates, are included. Unlimited VIP support. We're going to do not only a white glove installation, but I'm going to follow up with you for several sessions afterwards to make sure you're up to speed, answer your questions, and make sure you have a good handle on what's going on. And most importantly, that everything is running perfectly. Another common question I get is why do some people fail? Most people that don't do well with these bots are using computers that don't have the specs, or they have an internet connection. They live in the flyover states that just don't have good internet in a remote area. If you have a good solid computer, we like to say if it's not a dedicated computer for trading, then if it's not a dedicated computer, then we need at least 16 gigabytes of RAM and an i7 or newer. All right. You don't want to come to battle, with a slingshot. You want to come into this battle, into this game, with a computer that is technologically up to the task. Okay. So we're going to provide you with incredible support. If you look at our Trustpilot reviews, we give great support. The ChatGPT integration is going to be included. AI trading agent. And we're further, let me tell you, we got big things coming with this AI, the ChatGPT. You're going to be invited. You're going to have access to our YouTube live streams. What can I say? Every day, in full transparency, we trade these bots on YouTube. Really, the reason why we do it is we want to shorten the learning curve. We want to show you how we're using it to make money on our own accounts. We're in real time going to answer questions, show you which bots we're trading, how to use the trade copiers, how we select which bots to trade. It's all very helpful. It significantly shortens the learning curve, not only to have comprehensive tutorial videos, which we do provide in our Discord chat server, but another thing that significantly shortens the learning curve is by attending these live sessions, which are all recorded. Wow, I can't tell you how helpful those are. And they will shorten your learning curve. The Bionic Best Bots, they're going to come included. The prop trading bots are going to come included. Everything is included, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is included. Okay, here's our special offer. To commemorate International Women's Day, which, by the way, is Sunday, March 8th, we're going to provide a 50% discount. My coupon codes on my slide are incorrect. Let me just tell you what they are. For the monthly membership, normally it's $4.90. I'm sorry. With the coupon, with the special offer is going to be $4.96. Okay. If it requires a coupon code, which I don't think it does, let's pull up the website. It's going to be save 50%. My associate Brock has probably inserted a link to our website. Okay. So yes, it does require, I believe it will require. So the monthly, the coupon code is save 50% for the monthly, and it brings it down to $4.96. Whether you do the monthly, annual, or one-time payment, you're going to get the full Monty. Okay, you're going to get everything. The annual membership is going to be reduced by 50%. We're doing our 50% off. It's going to bring your annual from $34.92 to $17.46. The one-time payment, if you're somebody like me who despises, hates, can't stand recurring subscriptions, those are like, I always say in the morning, we want to look at the news reports because we don't want an unpleasant surprise. Well, a recurring subscription to me is an unpleasant surprise. With the one-time payment, if you have the means, it's the best value. There's no recurring payments, $24.96. This will potentially provide you with dividends for years and years and years to come. With coupon code 50% off, the lifetime license is $24.96. It includes all additional updates to this system and all additional add-on markets. And that is our International Women's Day special offer. Mitchell, a couple of trades, 2 trades. Now, we've got really some members that have been crushing it using our bots. It's not just me. Sonia, countless others. Sonia, here's a few. Simon, these bots, remember, the trade copier is sold separately. For a nominal fee, I think it's about $175. You can get a trade copier like Simon did, and it gives you the potential to make days that you've never dreamt. I mean, when we first got into trading, our dream was, hey, we can make $15,000, $20,000, $50,000, really life-changing money, life-changing. That if we came into it, it would change our lifestyle. We could buy back some time to do the things that we always wanted to do, right? To spend time with those that we care about the most. Well, Simon made $16,000 trading one day with these bots using a trade copier. We have Bradley Areola, Austin. Austin is using the Moneymaker. Are all getting consistent gains in payouts trading these bots. David Morales, Alan, Steve, God rest in peace. Steve has passed. Steve Cherry died what he loved doing the best. And he was an active member in our community. Ron N. is a Vietnam vet. God bless you, Ron. Thank you for your service. We have a gold bot called the Retirement Plan. We have another gold bot called the Golden Goose. He made 10 grand trading one day on our Golden Goose. Suzanne, a leader in our community, let me tell you something. She's the first person to lend a helping hand. And she's extremely familiar with this system. She's extremely familiar with all of the prop firms. If you have any questions, reach out to Suzanne. She'll definitely lead you in the right direction. So I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Again, the special is up on the screen. If you have any questions, please put your name and your number in the chat box. And I'm going to do my absolute best to give you a call ASAP. Once the presentation ends, you see my toll-free number. It's right here on the bottom, 786-732-4656. And I just want to end by thanking you for your time. Our time, really, my wife reminds me every day, is our most valuable commodity. She's an RN, and she's, treats sick people every day, not just sick, but chronically ill. And she knows firsthand how valuable our time is. So I want to thank you for your time. And I also want to commemorate once again in closing the contribution the gratitude that we have for women. I'm a lover of women. Let me tell you, I've loved them all my life. But thank you to the ladies. And if you send us an email, we'll do something special for you for our women members. So thank you very much. I hope you have a blessed weekend, and I hope you take me up on my offer. I really believe this will be the turning point of your trading career. God bless you, everybody. Have a great weekend. So long. Thanks for joining me.